Hello everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood Dr. Jimmy 128 and I am bringing to you, well, not a game that was played in the Ghost Tournament, but a viewer submitted replay or a replay submitted by my friends. Both of these of course are my friends, and let us go ahead and introduce the players. Spawning here on the northern corner of the map we have AgUy, and his opponent of course is going to be Psych from Team EXE, a well-known clan in the US, or sorry, in North America. I believe he's the only clan EXE member that is based in the Philippines, and he does have a fan page. If you want to be his fan, I will try and post a link down below to his fan page. And the map is going to be Metalopolis, and we do have we only have one other viewer, so little about these two players. Of course, I've already introduced Psych. Of course, some of you know him as Cube Psych. He was once a member of Team Cube, and he parted ways with Cube, and he went and joined EXE. And he has been training a lot in the North American servers, and I am seeing quite a lot of progress from his training over there, as he was finally able to break the platinum barrier and make it to diamond. So great achievement there from him. And his opponent of course is AgUy. Now he is, for some of you Filipinos might think his name is AgUy, which is an expression of pain and suffering. However, no, this guy is not a Filipino. He is actually from New Zealand. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he hangs out a lot with Cube. And the funny thing is, I think at around like 8 p.m. in our time, in our time zone, I think it's around 1 or 2 a.m. in his time zone. So this guy really sacrifices a lot to play with us, and we appreciate that. He is a very good friend of Team Cube. So anyways, let us now get into this game. We are seeing an orbital command coming down from Psych. He has only grabbed one gas and is still on one barrack, so let us see what he will decide to do. And let us check on AgUy. He is now getting his natural, which is just now about to finish. His spawning pool is, I think AgUy went for a 15 hatch. We'll just call this guy Guy. Guy went for 15 hatch, and which is very evident as his spawning pool is not yet on the way, though he does have his extractor. And looks like we have a lot of chit chat. This is a friendly practice game, so we're all friends. And then we see a factory now coming from Psych, so he might go ahead and build a starport or a command center. I see he is saving up quite a lot, so to see what he decides to do with that money. He might be, there you go, he's now putting down the command center. So this is a very strong build for Terran, just because you're getting the early command center. Of course, there isn't really any threat from the Zerg, since he is going for a quick hatch, and you can easily transition into Hellion harassment. As you can see, by the time the factory lands, there is enough money for 2 Hellions. So very nice timings here from Psych. Now looking at Guy's point of view, he is building a lot of drones. Units wise, he only has 2 Zerglings on the field, so this is actually very good. He is not overspending his sense. He doesn't, he knows that there is no impending attack as of the moment, but he should now know that there are Hellions on the way. And one thing that he could actually do is build another queen or get a spine crawler, which he is about to do now. So not overreacting, he is just now going to block the ramp. He might send out the second queen, which is very smart. And grabbing 2 spine crawlers, one would actually be enough. But yes, I like this. He's not really overreacting. He only sees that there are 2 Hellions on the field. However, Lex will be Lex, of course, that's Psych's name, will be following up with a siege tank and siege tech, dropping down 2 more barracks. We might see a double reactor there, or maybe 1 tech lab and 1 reactor, of course, for the upgrades. And it looks like Psych now just wanting to use these Hellions for map control, does not want to allow Guy to expand further, and uh-oh, this tumor was almost killed. The only trick you could do is actually position one Hellion right in front of the tumor and have the other Hellion attack it, and the tumor should be hit and killed. And we are seeing a lair now coming from Guy. So once again, looking at the unit counter station, he only has 2 Zerglings and his 42 drones against 26 SCV. So this is a very he has a very strong economy, and Lex is just now grabbing his expansion. In terms of tech path, we might see a Spire from Guy. He's putting in another Spine Crawler just for extra defenses, and that's actually fine. It's always alright to be safe. And there you go, there goes the Spire. And we're seeing now Marine Shields being researched from this tech lab by Psych, and Guy now knows exactly what Psych is going to be doing. He knows that he will be going for for Tank Marine in this game. And Lex now just now saturating his expansion, and the Hellions do get spotted here up on the high ground near the goal. This queen though, I like this third queen from Guy just to spread creep. Now a lot of Zerg players don't really do this, but this is something that really helps. Creep really can it can buy you a lot of time. Terrans will have to spend a lot of scans just to receive the creep. And I like this very fast third hatch. We haven't hit the 10-minute mark, and there is already a third hatchery. However, it is cancelled by Guy because that is because he does see this attack. So I like the map sense here from Guy, and pretty nice grabbing of the watchtower right there. And looks like Lex is now going to prepare for an attack. Guy does have a couple of Zerglings out on the field, but he really needs to produce a lot more because of this attack. And there you go, there are actually 9 Mutalisks on the way for Guy, and he's following it up with a couple of Zerglings. And Psych even pulling off a couple of SCVs to repair the tanks. There are only 2 tanks and quite a lot of Marines now. What he can actually do is, there you go, his Lex can scan and take out the Spine Crawlers. Guy now doing the smart thing and pulling back his Crawlers, and looks like he's just waiting now for the Mutalisk and Zerglings to spawn. He is now building a Baneling Nest as well, though I'm not sure if it would finish in time, as Lex is slowly pushing forward, inching closer and closer onto the Zerg natural. Now as a Zerg player, what you really have to do here is mass up your units well and spread your Mutalisks. Try to pick up the tanks, try to pick up some reinforcing units, try to pick up one tank from the back, and then move in with your Zerglings once you have a ton of them. And one Mutalisk is going to fall, and a lot of Spine Crawlers have been taken out. He's just waiting for this +1 attack before he decides to move in with his Zerglings. A lot of Zerglings are on the way. The Mutalisks though, where are the Mutalisks? There they are. They're in the back. The extractor gets taken out and the drones have to be saved. Run away, drones. And looks like there are a couple of Banelings being morphed in. And it looks like Lex now it can shell away at the hatchery. What will Guy do? Here he goes. Will he move in? Oh, the Banelings are very exposed right there. And what is he going to sacrifice his hatchery? Lex though is continuing to reinforce, continuously macroing up as well. But looks like the natural though for Guy is very much under a lot of fire. And though this is a lot of patience being shown by Guy, but if he doesn't react now, his hatchery is going to fall. And here we go, Guy is going to move in, but the hatchery has been taken out. And is he not going to take any action? He's just going to sacrifice everything here at the natural expansion. What he's going to do is going to move out in the middle, try and intercept maybe the reinforcing Marines and do a counter attack. I don't know. He is moving the Mutalisks back to try and snipe the tanks. There are a lot of Zerglings here up on the ramp. Scan going now just to take out the creep tumors. And here come the Mutalisks though. They are going to pick off a lot of free tanks from the back, and Lex not really reacting as he should. 2 tanks have been taken off. And here come the Zerglings and Banelings The Zerglings going all the way to the tanks. The Banelings being targeting down the Marines, and Lex not microing his Marines. So Guy cleans up that entire attack. However, he has lost his hatchery. Looking at the units lost tab, he has lost 14 probes all in all. But here comes Guy now on a counter offensive right here, moving in with a lot of Zerglings. I do not see any siege tanks here on the field for Psych, and this looks rather scary if you were in Psych's position. And we are seeing now 2 hatcheries now on the way for Guy. And we do have a couple of tanks, so that is one good thing right there. He can defend. And where are these Banelings going? They cannot. No, I thought they were gonna borrow them. But we're seeing now Guy double expanding. This is a good way to react to losing your natural. And here we go. Here come the Mutalisks. They are able to pick these tanks. There are no turrets here in the natural, and a couple of SCVs will be able to will be taken out. Let's look at the units lost tab. So the resources killed tab has been evened out. And Guy is now back in the lead right here, even though he lost his expansion. But still, it is, I'd say, anyone's game. The natural expansion has just now completed, and the drones are now being transferred once again. All the drones being transferred. There's still quite a lot of minerals left, though, in these mineral fields. I wonder why he transferred every single drone here. Now this is going to be an extremely oversaturated expansion. And we're seeing a couple of drones being transferred there, so that is good. And Psych, though, not going for the tower, just going to walk on by and go straight for the third. I love the positioning of the overlords and overseers from Guy. And he is going to make a counter-offensive and take out the third, Lex's third. He should cancel that. There you go, it gets cancelled. However, Guy's third is in jeopardy and is in peril, and all the drones now being taken out. Very smart move there from Lex, focusing down the drones. It looks like this expansion is going to be taken out, and it looks like the Mutalisks are going for a counterattack. So Guy going to take out Lex's expansion. This might be a base raid though, and it looks like the Zerglings and Banelings though are just standing by here in between these two bases, and it looks like Guy with a huge flock of Mutalisks just ignore all the missile turrets and take out every single SCV, and it looks like Lexo is going in, so it's going to be a very, very, very exciting base trade right here. And wow, we have a lot of units here for Guy, so he is just basically waiting for the right time to attack, but all the drones have been taken out, and we only have the main base remaining for Guy. And what is he doing? He is not moving his Zerglings in, he's just morphing a lot of Banelings. And here we go, the tanks are here at the choke, so this is a very, very smart thing. But never mind, Lex is now going to move the tanks up on the high ground, and the Banelings set is going to be taken out, and the lair and hatchery are very, very, very exposed. And it looks like Lex though in a strong position right there. He might be able to take this game, but here we go. A guy now moving in with all his Mutalisks, and the Banelings though do not have Baneling speed, and they won't be able to take out. They do take out a couple of Marines, and just enough so that Guy can clean up the siege tanks. And the hatchery and lair are saved. Crazy game going on right here. However, what do we have back in the base of Psych? Harvester tab. 7 drones to 23 SCVs. Huge advantage here to Psych. But Guy has a slight army advantage. Now all he has to do is dodge these Marines, and which is not what he's going to do right there. One Mutalisk being taken out, and he can just simply harass the main, kill all the SCVs. There are no turrets here at all, but he is still pressuring the issue here at the third. All he has to do is move to the natural maybe, and Lex do not attacking, and oh no, I do not like this. Marines, Mutalisk on Marines, but will he be able to take out the Marines? Oh my god, he's able to take out all the Marines here from Lex. And what do we have? We have absolutely no more Marines left. 4 cube Psych and free siege tanks now for the pickings, I guess. And all a guy has to do now is just take out every single